Hi there, it's Clive here again, and today I am doing an unboxing. I have just purchased this Samsung Soundbar. It's the 3 Series HW-K335 and it is a 2.1 wireless sound bar, and it's going to go with my Samsung Curve TV here, and I'm going to be replacing this old Sony DVD and surround sound with got some nice silver speakers and a subwoofer, and this has served me quite well. This is actually over 15 years old and it still works really well, sounds amazing, but I think it's time to update. I don't need a DVD player. It takes it time to process some of the digital formats that we have now. I mean, it is an old workhorse, but it still looks really amazing, I think. Time to upgrade, so I'm going to be replacing this with this. This was launched in about 2017, so it's a couple of years old, so you should be able to pick it up for a reasonable amount of money. These only cost me about 120 quid, so let's just get on with the unboxing. So it comes with a subwoofer there, so it's really light. And this is, again, the beauty of the subwoofer is it's non-directional, so you can sort of stick it anywhere. That's the point, and I'm going to be sticking it, replacing where my other subwoofer is, which is currently down the side of the sofa over there. So, you know, I think a nice sort of black, stylish subwoofer. Now, the subwoofer is wired. That's the only thing. I have my current subwoofer, which is also wired, because as I say, it's over 15 years old. It's between 15 and 20 years old. Didn't have wireless then. I have it already, the wires hidden, so all I'm going to do is just going to run this cable in the cabling I've already got hidden, so that should be straightforward. But a pretty bog standard looking box, as you can see there, for your subwoofer. That's your subwoofer. And what else in here? And there's some various cables. Looks like the power control here and a remote. It doesn't come with any other cabling, so I know I've read some reviews of people who couldn't set it up wirelessly because it sets up via Bluetooth to your TV if you've got an appropriate TV. So it should. This you can link up wireless soundbar. It's a Samsung TV. This is a Samsung soundbar, so hopefully they should link up, but if not, you'll need an optical cable or something like that, and that comes separately. So a few people I noticed on reviews are moaning it didn't come with cables. The point is to connect to the TV. The point is it's meant to connect to the TV wirelessly. So the other beauty of that is going to free up the optical cable at the back of the TV for a few things. And I also intend to plug my audio. I've got a Google Audio Chromecast, and I also plan to plug that into here as well. So basically you've got the power cable by the looks of things. Yeah, so power brick, power cable, small remote control, battery, mustn't lose that. These are wall mounting brackets, so you can, I might decide, I've got this TV mounted on this sort of block that I put in, this board I put in. We'll see whether there's room or whether it's too far back, or whether I just like it sitting on top of this shelf here, so that's what we're going to see. But comes with its own wall mounts with screws, etc. Okay, so that's that. And now we've got to work out how we get this out. There we are, knock that back. Take that out there. And here, put those over there. Here we have the soundbar. Soundbar, the HW-335 K335 Samsung Soundbar. Dolby Audio DTS 2.1 channel. It's a 2.1 channel, and then on the back you'll see where the brackets go if you do want to mount it on the wall. In terms of sockets, there is tucked in here, let's have a look, standard auxiliary in, like a 3.5 auxiliary in, mini USB cable there. I don't know what that one's for, we'll have to check. A digital audio in, optical one, so if you do have to connect it, I'd get an optical cable if your TV's got an optical cable, and the power socket there. So those are the main sockets. Power socket, digital audio in, optical cable there, mini USB socket there, and aux in. So for your basic analog in there. And that is about it. So it's going to basically, the idea is, it's just going to sit here. I mean, I could wall mount it at the back, but I just think it might sort of get lost towards the back, and it looks quite nice there. I can see it getting knocked a few times, but it looks quite nice. If I just, yeah, I might end up wall mounting it because my OCD will kick in every time I look at it and see that it's slightly wonky. Well, I've got it upside down as well, like a doofus. For idiots like me, there's a nice little tick box. Correct? Samsung there. Oh, that's just saying don't put it on its side. Anyway, but obviously go by the Samsung label in there. At the side of the sound bar, I've got to mention, you've got some controls here, on, off, and input, various input, and volume, up volume and down volume, plus volume, minus button, and they're all on the side. And put the battery in the remote as well. Connecting electric power. Okay, power cord. Yeah. Jack. Who are you calling Jack? Right. That's the jack. Okay. Socket. Always remember to put it the right way up. Okay, so after a bit of head scratching, because the power, there's no sort of indication that the power's coming up, but it's saying Samsung. I put the telly on, we press the remote control, put the battery in, and the telly. Well, which one did we press there? So we go yes. What's yes? Oh, is it this? Yeah. So the telly seems to have found it. Connected to the bar.
It's full of sensitivity and real.
And it's connected, but there's no light indicating on here. So I've connected the subwoofer up and put it in the corner over here, and we've got the power working. And remember I pointed out earlier, it's got a little box here that says little tip and a little cross, which I of course ignored. Make sure the Samsung is at the top, because I just spent 10 minutes with this speaker like this, wondering why no light was coming on, like a doofus. The Samsung needs to be facing upwards, and you need to put the cables in so that they're nice and flat. And then, what we should have here, if I turn it on, hello, and then if we put the telly on, it says connect. Connect request. And because we connected it already, what happened is when we pressed the remote, the telly came up requesting to connect to this. And there's the sound coming out. And then you can just basically stroll through. That's the TV. That's just for a USB connection. That's the digital in, which I will be putting in for my Chromecast. That's auxiliary if you just want to do old school. Bluetooth. So if you want to connect something via Bluetooth. And there's the TV again. And the beauty of the TV is you can control the sound of this with the TV standard remote. So if you've got a compatible Samsung TV, then it controls
Anna's realised that making a delicious dairy-free pizza is as simple as
the sound of the sound bar with the Samsung TV remote. The sound seems quite clear. Just going to sit and listen to it over here. quite clear. I mean, it's not a big, powerful, room-filling sound, but it's the dialogue is very clear, and it's certainly more clear than just off the TV's standard speakers. I'm going to tidy up the cables and everything, but yeah, fundamentally, my advice: make sure the Samsung label here, logo, is facing up, otherwise you won't see the digital display here, and you'll think that you've just gone and bought a basic brick with no power. The theory as well is if you connect it with a compatible Samsung TV, is that you can switch this soundbar off with this remote as well at the same time when you switch the TV off. But as I say, generally it's not too bad. I'm going to just hide the wires and tidy it up. Subwoofer doesn't have a massive bass to it. It's not certainly as bassy as my old Sony, but as I say, it connects wirelessly and it's capable of processing the sound, the digital sound, much quicker, so I don't have a kind of out of sync problem. I'll test it for a while and have a look at streaming some things to see whether that has an effect, and I'll also try out my Chromecast on here to see what it's like casting music to here. Instructions properly, it should be fairly simple to set up, yeah, it gives a much more clear sound. I wouldn't say, you know, it's sort of full-on cinematic surround sound experience, but a much more clear, powerful sound that you're going to get from your standard TV speakers. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment below. You know what to do. Cheers.